guys? Ian Anderson, Seppo Paju, Central Coast Disc Golf, bringing you a little 2019 Daniel Bow Memorial. There is our round one feature card, Seppo.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. And we're playing in San Diego, or more specifically in Escondido. I'm really excited for this coverage.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thanks for joining me for the commentary.
Absolutely.
There was your feature card. We're kicking off on hole one. What's the pro play?
So this is a 335 footer. Here's a Mando on the left, so you obviously have to throw a hyzer. We have a lefty in the card, Max Nichols, who has to show us the Anheuser route, but it's really kind of a basic hyzer. You have to get over these rocks that are around the basket, though.
Yep, definitely tough to do. You're up first. What are you ripping on?
I'm throwing the H1, the original one, not the version 2. And I grabbed the grass there, which was really crucial because I didn't get the huge skip towards the road. I kind of grabbed it, and I was pretty good there.
Yeah, real nice. Anthony Barela up next. He is reaching for a Luster Thunderbird.
AB's hair is getting pretty long.
It's looking like Farrah Fawcett, man. It's awesome.
It's really awesome. He looks like a surfer.
He really does. Clips a tree early. Does manage to stay in bounds, though. Should be an easy up and down if he wants it.
I think he would have been pretty good without the little touch of the branch.
Yeah. Sias?
That's looking like a perfect line. But he hits one of the rocks, and that's the rock that everybody hits. I actually hit it the last 2 practice rounds I played here, and it's just perfectly on the line, but pretty good shot, and he's still putting.
And Max, touchy shot here for the lefty.
Absolutely. This is a really hard shot, and the wind is not good either, so that's the cut angle is what you see from lefties a lot of times.
Yeah, he's throwing the crank there, and those are pretty flippy, and it kind of got over on him. Here's Max with a long look. The OB is behind the basket, though, so you got to think about that.
Yeah, you don't want to be running this like really hard.
Yeah. See what Anthony does here on his second shot.
AB actually switched to KC AVRs, and he's OB.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the KC AVR fade right there. The wind also picked it up a little bit and went OB.
What was he putting with before?
He was putting with Mac Bros.
Was he really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. There's Sias. Catches a tree, but that should be an easy par. And you have, by far, the best look for a 2 here.
Yeah, this is probably 22 feet or so. Pretty close, and definitely happy with that start.
Yeah, it's nice to get your putter working early.
Yeah. And this is not an easy hole. I would say this is one of the more difficult.
It really is.
Birdies, actually.
Yeah, it's sneaky long with that. They moved the pad back for the tourney, which definitely adds the difficulty there.
Yeah.
AB dropping in his 4 after an unfortunate upshot. That's a 3 from Sias and a drop in 3 from Max here.
Yes.
That was a D5 from Sias off the tee there.
Okay.
Yeah. Got here. Checking out the scores. You are leading the card there with that birdie. AB with the unfortunate bogue. Sias and Max kicking it. We're looking at hole 2, Seppo.
Yeah, so this is a really Southern Californian hole. And 155 feet. There was Mando on the right, so you have to have a turnover, or for Max, it's a slight hyzer. And 150 feet, that's a really short hole, and everything around the curb is out of bounds.
Yeah.
So you have to stay on the grass.
It is a very tiny fairway. What's this thing, Seppo?
I'm throwing kind of a overstable PA1. I got through the sign and the tree. I was trying to go from the right side of the tree, but I'm okay with that. And I kind of like to go with the slightly overstable putter and try to pan it towards the basket.
Nice. Sias on a thumber with a thrill there, and it just dribbles OB.
Yeah, that's such a crazy play. There's so much ground action when it gets in the ground, but I've seen him play this hole probably 5 times, and he usually takes a 2 on it.
Yeah.
Max hits the same gap as I do. He's throwing his Jawbreaker Banger GT.
You got it, yep.
That's what he putts with. And AB, I think AB was trying to go through the straight gap with his Nova, and luckily it stayed in bounds.
Yeah, so just going to be laying up for par there. No real look for the 2. Sias is going to try and save par here. Just about 30 feet.
Yeah, Sias is putting really good right now.
He is.
I've been playing a few rounds with him this year, and his putting is looking good.
Oh, there it is, 31.2 feet. AB, going to clean up his... Or not.
I've been there.
Oh,
That's,
yep. Everyone's been there, right?
Yeah. Nerves and just not focusing enough. You got to take your time.
Yep. So he'll be carding back-to-back bogues to start his day. Not the way I'm sure he envisioned that going. But you had a nice birdie right there.
Yeah, and so did Max.
Yeah.
We were both pretty close. We got to play a few practice rounds with Max this week, and we were birding it pretty much every round.
Nice. So it's nice to play with the local, but you don't really get to bite off his lines. He's throwing lefty shots.
Yeah. It's fun to play with him, though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a great guy, and it's always nice to see a different shot. There are the birdies from yourself and Max. 2 for 2 so far. And hole 3, which our boy Mo calls the Kevin Durant hole because it's got a giant snake on it. So they stretched this one into a par 4 to kind of combine 2 holes.
Yes. So once again, Mando here, and there's a creek on the left side the whole way, which is out of bounds. So it narrows down pretty tight at the end. There's also the cart path on the right. So you gotta throw a really good shot for if you want to have a 2, which is an eagle on this par 4. I'm going with the Kevin Jones H2. I'm trying to go to the basket, but I threw it a little bit too low.
Yeah. Better mistake than leaving it high and having it fading out.
Yeah,
OB.
I'm totally okay with that because birdie is still a good score.
Sure. This is a nuke from Max here. The lefty hyzer line.
Yeah, I think he clips the tree a little bit, stays in bounds, but the wind this round was really bad for Max's hyzer because it was right to left and he has to go over the OB, so I think that's why he put a little bit too much hyzer and tightness to it because he really wanted to make sure that it gets in bounds.
Definitely. That was a Proton Matrix from Sias. Anthony. Reaching 4. This guy here, Luster Thunderbird.
Yeah, that's a pretty great looking shot, and that's the danger.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was such a good shot. You know, he's probably 20 feet away from the basket, but he's gonna be tapping in for 3.
Still a birdie though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Max, about 180 out here.
He was going for wasp for this shot. It's a pretty short shot, but I think because of the low ceiling, he wanted to go with that, and it was maybe a little bit tough, too much fast.
Just got away from him just a little bit there. Going to result in an OB stroke. He'll still be putting for 4 at least. Sias. Let's go in neutron proxy.
Really good shot, and that's what Sias does with his putters from that distance. Is pretty deadly with them.
And you're jump putting from 95 feet.
Yeah, I just wanted to put it under the basket.
Worked perfectly. Max going to try and save a par here.
So Max actually changed his putting from last year. He was going with more of a spin putt before.
Yeah.
And he switched his putting, and he's been really doing a good job with it. I played several rounds with him, and it's really working good.
I didn't even pick up on that, but you're totally right.
Yeah. It kind of looks the same, and he has the same pace and rhythm to it, but he just has a little bit different stroke.
Yeah. I noticed in the past he would come a lot of front rim bangers, like he's hitting the front of the cage, and
Yeah.
that hasn't been the case so far today.
No.
Guys, back to the action. There are scores after 3. Huge thanks to MVP for sponsoring coverage and DGA for sponsoring the tournament. We'll give it some love to Prodigy for sponsoring you, right?
Prodigy is sponsoring me.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, hole 4. Which route do you like on this one, Seppo?
I like the hyzer route. Here's the straight route and also the lefty route or the sidearm route, which are all pretty common. There's not one that's like the main route always. There's all the 3 that are being used, and I like the hyzer route myself, just because I have a really good disc for it and I feel like I hit the gap pretty well. And I'm throwing my A2, not the really beat up one, but the little bit newer one.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that didn't fly like your beat up one.
Yeah.
That thing is ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It is ridiculous.
It turns, man.
Yeah.
I can't ever imagine my A2 doing that. Seppo as a neutron.
Sias.
Oh, Sias. Thank you. You're Seppo. A neutron runway. Here is AB. He is taking the up the gut line
Yeah,
here.
I like that route. I used to take that myself. He's throwing Rock 3 MacBro plastic.
Not too bad. Give him a look for the 2.
Yeah. And Max is taking the lefty route, obviously. He's throwing his drone, I believe.
You are correct. I was worried about this one.
Yeah, he knew it was low.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And that's kind of because it's like soft sand, wet sand that's on
Yeah.
the bottom of the creek. And the creek is not OB on this one, which is weird.
Yeah.
But either way, it was really good that he got the skip.
Yeah, got him very close.
Yeah.
There's Sias just laying up after an early tree hit. Here's Max with a look for the 2. He's got that banger GT.
Yeah. It's
I
looking good.
can definitely pick it up now that you talk about it.
Yeah,
It's got more
absolutely.
loft on it.
Yeah. I saw it the first thing I saw him in Vegas. I saw that he's doing something different.
Yeah. Anthony?
AB.
Come on, buddy. Man. Just off right now.
Yeah, just a little bit off to the right, but I'm sure he's going to find it. It's still only 4th hole.
Yeah.
The nerves might still be in.
There you are, pitching it in nicely.
Yeah,
Another birdie. 4 for 4?
4 for 4.
That's good.
That's a good start.
That is. And Sias going to clean up his par here. Well done. Shooting a Sias in the bag today, so that'll be coming out eventually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody will get to know what he throws.
Yeah, he's been on camera a lot lately.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's been killing it.
Absolutely.
Some nice birdies there from Max and yourself. You are 4 down through 4. That is hot. And Sias getting on the board with that birdie. Or sorry, he is 1 down now.
Yeah.
Hole 5, par 3, 339. They move this one back. It definitely makes it a little bit tougher of a rip here.
Absolutely. Actually, it's just almost the same length, but it's just more to the right. So instead of a hyzer, you have to go with a straight shot, and made this hole so much more difficult. It used to be a really easy hole for me, just a hyzer,
Uh-huh.
but now with the straight line, it's much tougher. And I'm going with the beat up A2.
Look at the turn on that
Yeah,
thing.
but it still has fade every time.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Come up a little bit short left, but you still got to look for it.
Yeah.
Max, I believe this is his Mantis.
Yes.
Miss
Hugging
it.
the palm tree. That's a perfect line, just a little bit too low, but he's also putting.
Yeah, really nice. Sias,
That's looking good.
that's his mayhem there.
Which is the common play, to fade out to the left, because there's the creek on the right, which is not OB, but it's not that nice of a place to putt from.
No, yeah, it's way down there. AB,
He's also hugging the palm tree and hugs it too close. And that the palm tree is kind of on your way. If that tree wasn't there, it would be a much easier hole.
yeah, and that was a terrible upshot if we're calling it like it is.
Yeah, it wasn't his best effort. I think he just was too fast. He should have just, taken his time and not take it for granted.
Yep, exactly. Max looks like he gave that a bid, but came up just a little bit short, and here you
Yeah.
are with a little bit of a death putt.
Absolutely a death putt, and I really wanted to make it, and I was like, I'm really gonna give it a good run, but my buddy just wouldn't let me.
Sometimes it won't, right?
Yeah, because the creek is just so close behind, and I already had a good start. AB has an amazing catch from these
Wasn't
baskets,
it?
because these baskets are not the greatest.
No, he got a very friendly catch right there. Saves his par, thankfully. Sias, look for the bird here. Get a stroke on the card.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
that's great. I've played this hole also a few times with Sias. Actually, not from the new position, but he birdied the old one also every time.
Did he?
So
Yeah.
that's his hole.
Nice. Nice par cleanup from yourself. And Max will be having a par drop in. Boop. There we go. Check it out. You card your first par.
Yeah.
4
it-
for 5, still pretty good though.
Yeah, that's good. I'm, kind of bummed that I took a par, but at the same time, I can't be. Like, You take pars.
Yeah, they happen. Better than bogeys. I really like this hole a lot, Seppo.
This is a really like a cool hole. It's like perfect park hole.
Yeah.
That I like to call it. A couple trees, you know, they're not. I mean, they kind of shape the shot that you have to take, and there's left and the right route, which Max is gonna take the left route, and we're gonna be taking the right, kind of like a slide hyzer route.
Is Sias with a neutron matrix.
Yeah, and the trees on this hole kind of like shape your shot towards the basket so well, which I feel like makes this hole even a little bit easier than what it could be.
Uh huh. What was that, Seppo?
That was my really beat up PA1. Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah. It's.
Wow.
I mean, it's straight. It's not like it's slightly overstable still, but
That worked. Here's a vulture from Max.
yeah.
The worst drive so far, but it's still pretty good. And AB, I think he's reaching for a Nova here.
Yeah, and he's going for the straight gap actually. He's just throwing straight at it. And turns it over just a little bit, but we're all pretty close, so
Yep.
I'll take that.
Those are 4 very good drives.
Yeah,
I joke with Max that this was the shank of the group.
yeah.
18 feet out, cards at birdie, no worries. Yeah, he's got that putter working today.
Absolutely. He's been killing it.
They've all been like no doubters too.
Yeah. And he's feeling confident with it too, which is the best part about it.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel good about your putt, there's nothing better.
That is like the number one thing for
Yeah.
putting is knowing it's going to go in. And then it does. Hopefully anyway. Seppo and Sias. Nice birdie drop-ins.
Yeah, I understand now why that's your favorite hole.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy.
Not wrong, man. Not wrong. All right, there are 4 birdies, and we're on to a much tougher hole in this one, Seppo.
Yeah, so this is like a hole where you can really bomb. You can go over the trees, you can go under the trees, you can throw roller, which I will be doing. And you can not really get all the way to the basket because there's the creek, which is not out of bounds once again. So you're kind of going to stop your roller at the creek.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're going to see a little bit safer shots from Sias and Max.
Yeah. Sias ripping it up the middle. Like you said, kind of that more that safe air shot.
Yeah, and that's a common play. I'm thinking about, or I think the creek should be OB.
Yeah.
So I think the air shot should be the shot for this hole rather than, crashing the roller in the creek.
Yep. So what are you throwing for your roller here?
I'm throwing a really beat up D2 actually. It used to be overstable, so it holds really well, but in this wind even that turned over.
Yeah.
But it's in the creek, which is always you're pretty close for your second shot.
Yeah, pretty easy pitch up and down.
Yeah.
There's Max ripping his lefty hyzer. Gets in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, that's his spot. He is really comfortable from there. Every practice round he plays that shot, and he's been doing it for years. So
Yeah. There's a nice little alley there.
yeah,
And AB going with a Roadrunner.
yeah. And I thought AB would do this shot because he has a big arm, and he basically has identical shot to mine.
Yep, you guys are both hanging out in the creek down
Yeah.
there. See the basket hanging out over there.
This is also a good hole. I mean, it's kind of weird that the creek is no B, but
Yeah.
it's still a fun hole, and I like the playing under the trees, and this shot here is really good upshot.
Oh man, I thought Max was going in right
Yeah,
there.
he hit the palm tree behind the basket, and such a good shot with his wasp.
Here's a neutron tensor from Sias.
Sias is good with those once
Yeah.
again.
That'll play.
So I was in the creek, probably about 100 feet to the basket, maybe a little more. Just went with the jump putt.
Yeah, getting it there. AB from just a little bit closer.
So AB was standing on 2 rocks in the creek,
Yeah.
and he couldn't move, use his legs really. So that's why he left it short, because he only had to use his arm.
See if he can still save the birdie.
A little bit to the right, and seems like his putts are usually missing to the right, and he's still looking for the adjustment.
Yeah, he puts so hard when he misses. It's usually right. It seems
Yeah.
like Sias coming back for his bird.
Nice putt. Sias is such a good putter. He's always
Isn't he,
been.
man? He's
Yeah.
so consistent. He makes some long ones too.
Yeah, he does. He can popped that putter pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. You get some wild velocity on it. Max coming back for his birdie.
Probably about 20 feet.
Yeah. Give it to him. Another dead center putt from Max Nichols.
Yeah.
And you got almost a drop in.
Yeah. That's a drop in. No, I missed this. Yeah, these baskets are kind of sketchy at times.
Are they Mach 3s? Or 5s?
Yeah, I think these are 3s.
3s or 5s,
yeah.
one of the two. Yeah. They're a little sketch, especially if you putt super like Rick style, like right at the pole really hard.
Yeah. Anything that's off the pole is not guaranteed
Yeah.
at all.
All right, again, we're back to the action. Again, huge thanks to MVP sponsoring the coverage, making it possible. There you are with another birdie, Seppo.
Yeah, that's one of the easier holes, honestly, for
It
me,
is.
because I just can, throw almost any kind of roller and it's gonna get somewhere there.
And
So
you just have a short up shot.
yeah,
This one's tough though,
this
Seppo.
is tough. This is actually pretty tough, and you can throw the hyzer through this gap, or actually, in my opinion, the better route is the lefty hyzer or sidearm
Yeah.
hyzer, because it's a little bit more open, except there's bushes like all around or before the basket here. But just if you get over those, you're good.
Yep. That was a resistor from Sias. You going for the forehand here, Seppo?
Yeah, I'm throwing the D1. Lighter weight. I like lighter weight for sidearms, and I thought that was looking pretty good, but it dropped, and but somehow it got through.
Look at that punch right
Yeah.
there, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, that'll happen on that side. It's a lot.
It does
it's
happen
a lot thinner.
That's also one reason why I play that shot, because even if you leave yourself into those bushes, you're still putting.
Mm-hmm. I believe this is a force from Max.
Yeah, it is, and he's making sure
Oh!
he gives it enough air.
Almost killed Mo.
Yep.
But he's got to look at the basket.
Yeah, he's right outside the circle, I believe.
Yeah. AB.
And AB is throwing Firebird hyzer. This is one of the most common plays, but
Yeah.
that's like the skips are
Wow.
massive.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this green is not slow.
You almost need to throw like a mid-range on there. With his power, he probably could too.
Absolutely. I throw putter hyzer,
Do you
and
really?
I've done it before, but this is the first year I throw the sidearm.
It worked out. Sias, he's got a window here, but it's a tricky looking putt.
He's made this putt before.
He
Last
has.
year, the final round, he made this putt, and
Oh.
he's giving it a good run
He
again.
did. So Max skipped right of the pin, but pretty much pin high, looking for the bird.
Killing it.
He's not missing these.
Max.
Ooh, that was a 50-footer
He's
almost
feeling it.
right there too.
That was nice. He's really feeling it, and it's awesome to see him confident like that.
Isn't it, man?
Yeah.
Loving it. AB coming back. Looked like he's got a little bit of an obstructed putt here.
Yeah, that's...
He had nothing, didn't he?
No.
Wow. And you gave yourself a clean look.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the look, and that's a good catch from that basket.
It
I would
is.
say a little left side, but I'll take it. It's in.
As long as it's low enough,
Yeah.
it'll kick it in. There it is, Sias with a par cleanup. AB will do the same. But some good birdies from yourself and Max there. I feel like that's a separator hole. Most people don't get it.
Yeah, that's true.
And so is the next one when we get there. But there you are, 7 through 8. Max with a good round going 2, 5.
Yeah.
Sias, no shame in a 4. And we'll be looking at hole 9. It's such a scary hole to attack.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool hole though. It's kind of an island hole, but not really. So the basket is in this kind of an island here. You can see the OB flags, and the fence is also out of bounds. So the common play is trying to get to the sand, which is in front of the basket.
You throwing that A2?
Yeah. And the sand really slows down the discs well, so that's where people are trying to land.
That was real good, Seppo.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was the newer A2. That
was it really?
Yeah, that
Okay.
wasn't even the beat up one.
Max? I believe this is his Mantis again.
Yeah, This is a really tough lefty
I was
shot.
like, oh man, this is almost an impossible lefty
That's
hole.
almost as good as you can do as a lefty.
Right?
Or, I mean, you can park it, but that's as good. That is smart.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
too dangerous to,
Yeah.
to run this thing here. Sias?
Yeah, that's, I believe it's his matrix, and he's throwing that thing all over the course.
That was beautiful. Hanging out with you. AB, he's got that Nova again.
I like that he's throwing putters for long shots because it's effortless for him, and I really believe that putters are the way to go if you can do it.
Yeah, right? Not as nose angle sensitive, and
Yeah,
you get a better stick when they hit.
and that's a dangerous run.
Wasn't it?
That really is.
Oh my gosh, barely stays
Yeah.
in bounds. Mr. Nichols looking for a 2.
Like 40 feet, and bang.
Come on. with
I
this
knew it.
guy.
I was right behind him. I knew that he's going to make it.
Yep, he's just feeling it right now.
Yeah, the conditions were actually pretty good. We didn't have much
Yeah.
wind.
Yeah, just a little bit of a breeze here and there, but it was definitely good scoring conditions.
Yeah.
Nice putt, Seppo.
Thank you.
There's no means a gimme.
No, I'm really trying to focus on all of the putts this round. That
Mhm.
was one of my main goals.
You didn't give yourself a lot of putts, man.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
or
didn't.
not
give
so
much,
far anyway.
no.
You've been parking them.
But that's one of the reasons why I did want to. I didn't want to take him for granted
Yeah.
because even though I'm putting for short putts, I still want to make them.
Sias makes his birdie putt as well. AB coming back for a par save. Nicely done.
Yep. And actually, right around this point, it started to get a little breezy.
Yeah, it did. Pick up a
I
little bit.
realized it on the next tee pad, and it wasn't much, but a little bit more.
So there are 3 birdies on that one.
Yeah,
That's
that's a pretty good.
I bet you no
yeah,
other card
You
did that.
usually see at least one player to go OB.
Yep. All right, that's all we got for part 1. We'll catch you guys in part 2.